Morning, world. Another beautiful morning today. Last couple of days have been kind of tough for me. It's one of those things where there's a poem that I read every single day. It's called Anyway. Some people say Mother Teresa wrote it. Some people say somebody else wrote it. Mother Teresa put it up on her wall. Anyways, if you haven't read the poem, it's a really beautiful poem, but it basically talks about doing the things that you would do anyways, like good deeds, all that other stuff, because most of the time they will go unnoticed. Or people will accuse you of having ulterior motives because people just can't be that way. They can't be that kind, that loving, that compassionate. Well, there's a price that does come with that. And that price is that oftentimes the people who express the most love or have the most love to give or most compassionate, you will feel, I don't want to say the most pain of anyone, but you definitely do have to have, I don't want to say a thick skin because that means that you're not really feeling what, you have to have a big well to be able to take it, basically. And there's a lot of times in our lives, and mine every day, and this is something I have to struggle with, which is why I read the poem every day. One of the things that I do that helps me as far as reading the poem is I always read it like I'm reading it for the first time. I don't have it memorized. I don't carry it with me. I have to go and look for it. And reading the poem is kind of therapeutic for me because it's almost like I'm reading it for the first time, even though I've been reading it for quite a few years, over 4 or 5 years. And it's just the act of reading it is therapeutic. I've already done it this morning. And it's just one of those things. And and it happens because and again, this is something that I guess I need to work on. I do a lot of things that are not conventional as far as the way I think about things. And maybe you do too. And when the other person doesn't acknowledge it and they don't feel what you're trying to show, it can be very frustrating. I know at least it is for me. So then in that frustration, I turn around and I get mad because I think, how could you not see this? How could you not feel this? Especially when people try to tell you that they know you well enough that you can't possibly do this and this and that because that's just not the way things is. And it makes me wonder, well, how well do you know me then? And I'm sure you've gone through the same thing in people in your lives where you do things, or you say things, or you try to express things, or whatever it is. And it just feels like it never gets anywhere. That doesn't mean you need to stop trying, though. See, there does come a time because everybody always talks about love and it's unlimited. There's no end in sight. There's no end to it. It's infinite, and I believe that is completely true. However, your time is not infinite. So how much time you spend putting an effort into those things also takes away time from something else. So what is it that would be most important that you could pull and draw from the experiences? Now, if I keep putting my time into something, and it's not doing anything, well, how much time am I taking away from the kids, friends, family, and what have you? So it's just one of those things that I gotta constantly struggle with and try to understand how to do better and better every day. And it's gotta be something. I'm almost obsessive about it, to be honest with you. I try to find something every day, some little thing, some big thing, some whatever it is, to just try to say, hey, this is something I need to work on. And I put my best into it, and it becomes a gradual thing, and it's a habit of learning how to be a better person. Without that habit, you're just going to go up and down like a mountain. You're going to drop off the cliffs constantly, and then find yourself staring up the face of a cliff again. I don't like having to stare up faces of cliffs. So I guess that's just my morning world today. I last couple of days have been a struggle, like I've said. But today I'm gonna try and you know what? I'm just gonna do what I can and do the best that I know how to do, and with the best of intentions. And whatever happens, happens. So today I think we need to just kind of go out there and do things regardless if anybody sees it or not. the deeds. It doesn't matter what other people see. It's a matter of what we do. And if other people see it, maybe they will end up doing it for somebody else, and it's kind of like paying it forward, so to speak. So, yeah, positive vibes coming your way, and if you could send some my way, I'd love it. Kind of need it. But, yeah, so let's try to help somebody out today. Let's try to do something that they don't know anything about. And then if anything comes back, well, I'll just read the poem again. Have a great day.